Hello, time to video game. Someone at some point wanted to know what I think about the sniper for real, so let's get into it. I think the sniper is the class that is in most need of a nerf to make the whole game of TF2 more enjoyable. I feel like the sniper is also the class that the most people complain about, which is fairly understandable. It is basically the only long range class in the game, where everyone else is medium to short range, and he can one-hit kill everyone. So it's usually never fun to play against a sniper for most people. You can of course fairly easily play around the sniper, on some maps at least. But again, it's not a whole lot of fun constantly avoiding a sniper's sightlines, because of the risk of instantly dying. And that is always going to be the case, I imagine, so I guess get over it. Because to some extent it's fine. There are a lot of annoying things in TF2. Even still I think the sniper wins that one. Now what I actually think the big problem is with the sniper is all about quick scoping headshots. When I play sniper, 90% of the time I'm just quick scoping, because there is almost never a need to stay scoped in. The only time I purposefully charge my shots are against fully overhealed targets. For anything else, quick scoping is usually superior, as you can be aware of your surroundings. So the medic is kind of a counter to the sniper in a way, except for the fact that the sniper is also a counter to overhealed targets and the medic himself. So I guess not really. Also, countering a decent sniper is not quite as easy as people often make it out to be. If a spy is going to take out a sniper, for example, some smart positioning can pretty much deny the spy from getting anything done. And another thing about specific counters like that is they have to be able to win those fights fairly consistently. You can't just kill a sniper once and say that you have countered him. You have to keep doing it throughout the match. And focused counters like that can often end up being trades as well, which isn't the most fun. The best counter is sadly another sniper. But the fact that the sniper does 150 damage minimum on headshots means that anyone with less HP than that can never safely enter a sniper's sightline. And that's most of the classes in this game. Now, if you have more than 150 HP, you can at least wait until you hear the sniper take a shot and then poke your head out. And know that even if he hits you, you will at least survive. But also, if he does hit you, your health is going to be so low that you can't do anything. Even as a soldier, you can probably not even try and jump the sniper to kill him. So even if you're not killing your targets as a sniper, you're probably taking them out of the fight, because you do so much damage that they have to run and heal. Another real annoying thing about quick scoping is the fact that it is so fast. Basically you can walk around a corner, see an unscoped sniper, and not have the time to walk back around the corner again before he can get a shot off. And something I often notice when I play sniper and I feel like my aim is on point is that positioning no longer becomes super important anymore. You can basically stand wherever you want as long as you feel that you can confidently hit your headshots, and you'll get away with some pretty stupid stuff. I mean, 150 damage is a whole lot of damage, but even just the ability to be able to do 50 damage at any range with a body shot is really good. Any light class after that would be one decent rocket or sticky or shotgun away from death. So it's not an insignificant amount of damage, even that. But a thing people often complain about too are charged body shots. But I don't really think that's a problem, because the sniper has to spend time scoped in, putting himself at risk doing that. And I also think that it's important to have that option for people that are not headshot machines. And I mean, there are plenty of snipers out there that are good enough for quick scoping to become annoying and a problem. I see them pretty much every time I play. It's not a rare thing. So the way I would like to see the sniper to be balanced is he should be able to fairly easily finish off weak targets, and with some more effort and risk be able to kill a target in one hit regardless of health. Alright, so there are a few changes I would like to see to the sniper. Now, I haven't really thought a ton about all this stuff, so I'm sure there are plenty of refinements that could make it even better than what I'm going to suggest. But anyway, first thing, being less damage on quickscope headshot, right? So it really should do less than 125 damage, that's really the big point. But for this video I'm even going to say starting at 100 damage will be absolutely fine, just to really make a point. So if we pretend that this headshot on this unbuffed medic right here did 100 damage, my soldier teammate can then finish off the medic with a simple rocket in this nice game called Team Fortress 2. That's how I want quickscoping to be used, mainly. Now, another little mechanic I would like to see added to this is if you stay scoped in for a full charge and you don't fire a shot, you get to keep a quickscope bullet, basically. So then next time you scope in, you will start at 150 damage instead of 100. Because I really like having the option to do those crazy suicide plays to take out a medic or whatever. You know, stupid stuff like this. But yeah, if you miss at that point, well, you're probably dead anyway, but you also don't get a second shot. And I also like the idea of a stored quickscope bullet in a scenario where you're maybe watching a choke point as a sniper and you're fully charged and suddenly a scout or something is behind you shooting at you. You could then, on scope, turn around and have a chance to quickscope the scout before he actually gets you. Now speaking of that, the way it works now, where you do 150 damage, all classes except for the heavy can then be killed with another body shot, but I think that should be the case only for the light classes instead, which would also mean that the SMG would actually become more viable than it is now. It is probably my favorite secondary for the sniper, but I barely get to use it because it's not really needed that often. Some other unlocks are usually just better. I wouldn't totally be against a tiny buff to the SMG in this case as well, to more easily be able to defend yourself and finish off targets at closer range. You could also potentially allow the sniper to do no-scope headshots like the ambassador can, for like 65 or 75 damage maybe. Okay. So one of my least favorite things in this game is probably the sniper versus sniper battle, where you are constantly having to fake scope and try to second scope your opponent. It's this weird minigame you have to play with the other sniper that I can't imagine anyone enjoys. Well, maybe someone does. But in my opinion it's not very fun at all. If you scope in for too long or take your shot and miss, you're just dead. Now, let's say you only did 100 damage on a headshot. You would be slightly more willing to try and go for the first shot and then try to finish him off. Or start by going for a no-scope body shot to weaken him first. Or take your chance by trying to charge up your shot to 125 damage. Or have a quickscope bullet stored and second scope him like usual. There would just be so many more mind games you could play against another sniper if it worked like this. To me it would be a lot more interesting than what we have now. The last thing I would like to see to improve all this stuff is a much clearer charge meter. Make it easier to see when your shot is going to do 150 damage or 200 or 300. Add some little audio cues or whatever. I don't know, something. Of course, eventually you get the feel for how much a shot is going to do, but I mean, why not make it super clear? Okay, I think that's that. I don't know what I'm talking about. See ya.
There you go.